Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Millennials in Charge, where we unpack the adult experience, one honest conversation at a time. I'm your host, Lex the Millennial, and today's episode is bittersweet because it's the season one finale. After a season full of hard truths, healing, and adulting in real time, let's talk about what all this work was really for. Becoming the version of you that you've always needed, the version who chooses themselves, the version who breaks cycles, the version who doesn't shrink to survive, the healed, grounded, wise, and courageous version of you who chooses themselves without guilt. Let's unpack it. I want to talk a little bit about recognizing who you needed. Who did you need growing up but didn't have? I know for me, I needed someone who reminded me that rest was okay, that I didn't have to be strong all the time, that I was worthy before my achievements. I needed safety, honesty, encouragement, and boundaries. I needed someone who saw me fully and didn't expect me to shrink. So now I try to be her for me. And that's who I'm becoming. I want you to think about the version of you that felt neglected, silenced, and overlooked. What did that version need to feel seen, safe, and supported? Did you need more love? Did you need more truth? Did you need more rest? Did you need more boundaries? Your healing journey is going to start when you begin meeting those needs yourself. So, what does it actually take to become that version of yourself? It's going to take honesty about your patterns, your pain, and your power. It's going to take discipline to do the work, even when it's hard or it gets lonely. It's going to take grace because healing is not linear, neither is success. There's not too many roads that are linear. So you're going to have your ups and downs. It's a process. It's going to be a process. It's going to take time for you to heal and become that version of yourself that you needed growing up. Healing is like a renovation. You tear some stuff down, you clean some stuff out. The rebuild is so messy, but it's yours, and no one else can do it for you. Becoming your best self means letting go of the versions that were built for survival and not joy. You have to let those go. Some of us were raised on survival instead of love. We learned how to deal, we learned how to cope. We might not have been fully happy, but we learned to deal and we learned to move through and we learned to keep pushing forward. Let go of that version of yourself that was built on survival. Begin to tap into that version of yourself that is built on joy, love, boundaries. Self-love is not bubble baths, okay? Self-love is not bubble baths. It's boundaries, reflection, doing the hard stuff, looking at your past, reflecting on it, seeing what you learned from it, dealing with trauma, and realizing how much you've overcome to get to your present and that you still have a good ways to go for your future, but the future is bright. I want us to be cognizant about protecting the version that you're becoming. What are you going to do when your growth threatens the comfort of others? Some people will try to guilt you back into that old version of yourself. They'll make you feel like, oh, you're doing too much, or, you know, it's just this one time. People will just guilt you, and you'll have that peer pressure of reverting back to that old you. Don't allow people to drag you back to that old version, that unhealed version of you that you've worked so hard to grow out of, to move past, to heal from. You will have to grieve relationships that no longer align. We talked about alignment. when things no longer align, you will have to move on and there will be a grieving process. It won't be easy. It might feel lonely, but your peace is greater than people pleasing. 100%. Your peace is greater than people pleasing. I told you guys last week, if it costs you your peace, it costs too much. Nothing is worth your peace. Nothing is worth your peace because you're not responsible for staying small to make others feel comfortable. That's not your responsibility. That's above you. Becoming you means standing 10 toes down on your growth. It means becoming immovable about your growth. You're not letting anything shake you from your growth. You might have setbacks. Again, growth is a process. You might have setbacks, but you're not going to let anything stop you from continuing forward on that journey to your growth. You have to protect your future and your future self by honoring your progress. Honor that progress. You've done the work. You've taken the steps. You've done the reflection. You've done the renovation. Honor your progress. You want to be in a space where you're able to live authentically in your growth, in your progress. You have to ask yourself, are you becoming more you or just more palatable to others? Sometimes we call it maturity when we're just masking. I told you it's so easy to wear a mask. It's like second nature to us now to just mask who we are, who we're becoming, to make other people feel comfortable. But growth isn't about performing perfection. Since the beginning, we want progress over perfection, and we're no longer performing to make others feel comfortable about our progress, about our growth. We're no longer performing. We're no longer people pleasing. It is now about learning how to show up honestly, even when it's messy, even when it's uncomfortable, even when people don't understand these new boundaries that you have, even though people don't understand where it's coming from. You have to show up honestly who you are now and not who you've been pretending to be and not who you've been masking and pretending to be. Growth is going to mean taking off the mask, not putting on a new one. Oh, I'm this version now. Let's put on that mask. No, we're not doing that. Growth is taking off all of the masks. You can be confident and still be healing. Being confident in the progress that you have made is perfectly fine. And again, we're not perfect. It's a process. So even though you overcome one obstacle, it doesn't mean there won't be another. But be confident and be proud of what you've done thus far. Again, honor that progress and stop shape shifting for approval. The version of you that you need is honest, aligned, and enough. It's enough. You are enough. You are enough. Remember that where you are in your journey, where you are in your growth, where you are in your healing is enough. It is a process. It's going to take time. One way you can do this is to write down what authenticity looks like for you in your tone, your time, your talents, your truth. What does being authentically you look like? Because then you know no one can come in and tell you, oh, you're being this, you're acting funny, you're acting different. Because you know this is authentically me. And if you can no longer handle that, I'm sorry. But the masks are coming off. The masks are coming off. We're not hiding. We're not shape-shifting. We're not people-pleasing. It just is what it is. It is what it is. You are who you are. You are becoming something so amazing. And that takes time. And sometimes it takes distance and sometimes it takes boundaries. We have to embrace evolving relationships. You have to think about, how are your relationships reflecting your growth or resisting it? As we talked about last episode, growth often causes shifts. But when you become who you need, you'll also attract the kind of people who align with that energy. You want to evolve with people who challenge you, not drain you. You don't have to explain healed behavior to unhealed minds. You don't. Protect your peace. You don't. Everybody will not get it. Everybody will not align with it. That's okay. Just remember to be a fruit inspector. Take inventory of who is either reflecting your growth or resisting it. Because honestly, loving yourself is going to change how you allow others to love you, how you want to be loved by others. And it's okay if your circle gets smaller. You're building something more sacred now. Real connection is rooted in truth. And the healed version of you just might not be everybody's cup of tea. And that's okay. Some people like coffee. Some people like matcha. Like some people like chai tea. So it's just, who you're becoming will not be for everybody. And that's okay. You want to start living as your aligned self and ask yourself, what would life look like if you truly owned your growth? What would that look like? Who would show up? Who would still be there? You stop apologizing for your evolution. Change is necessary. It's a necessary part of growth. Okay? Stop apologizing for being you, for growing, and for healing. You set boundaries like it's second nature. Oh, this is my boundary. Oh, I have to reinforce it. You do that for yourself because you're being true to who you're becoming. You're being true to your healing and your growth. You show up for your dreams and not just your duties. We talked about it, meeting yourself where you are, continuing to chase those dreams, not letting anything stop you, not letting naysayers stop you, not feeling like the market is oversaturated. We're not letting anything stop us. It is 2025. We're not letting anything stop us. It's way too much going on in the world. You might as well do it anyway. Like, you might as well. Might as well do it anyway. What is the worst that can happen? You fail forward, you learn a new skill, you learn from a failure, or you succeed. Those are worst case scenario. Those are worst and best case scenario. That's it. So you're going to show up for your dreams. You're going to start pursuing those dreams. You're going to start taking those steps towards those dreams. You're going to rest. You're going to rest without guilt. Why? Because, like we said, rest is a requirement. It's not a luxury, it's a requirement. Love without losing yourself. Don't lose you to be loved. I've done it. It's not a great feeling. It's not a great feeling. I think at first you might feel like, okay, this is working out, but eventually it creeps up on you like, wait, I'm not even who I actually am. I'm not living authentically me. And this is the version of me that this person loves. That sucks because once you begin to become who you authentically are, that does the love go away? So love without losing yourself. Don't lose yourself in love. Maintain your hobbies, your interests, your friend groups. Maintain what's important to you. That's why this growth, this healing, this reflection, settling versus compromising. Don't settle on who you are, on who you are. Who you are at your core, don't change that. Those toxic traits, we're going to change those. We're going to work on those. But who you are at your core, don't change that for anybody because then you're masking and you're pretending to be something you're not. And once your mask slips and they see that, they'll go away. So love without losing yourself. And lastly, become you without shrinking. Stop playing it small. Stop playing it small. I know life is hard. The world is hard. It's hard not to shrink. Some of us are taught to shrink to make others comfortable. I'm guilty of that. I've experienced that. I went from this super confident person, and then they say, oh, she's too cocky or whatever. Let them say that. The reality is, people will always talk about you, good, bad, and different. People will always have something to say about who you are, what you're doing, how you dress, what you look like. People will always have something to say. The only person that matters in that scenario is you. How do you feel about yourself? How do you wake up and look in the mirror every day? You have to live with you. So all those outside people, they don't matter. All those internet people, they don't matter because they don't spend day in and day out with you. They don't wake up with you and go to sleep with you. They don't know who you are at your core. So stop shrinking. Be as loud, be as flamboyant, be as exuberant as you need to be. Be as authentically you as you need to be. Stop shrinking. I want you to remember this. Alignment is about peace, not perfection. The more you become what you need, the less validation you'll seek, the less you'll care about shrinking to make someone else comfortable, the less you'll worried about the less you'll worry about how palatable you are to others. Now, I'm not saying go out here and be rude. I'm just saying don't worry about shrinking. Worry about becoming who you need. Worry about loving yourself first. I want you to stop chasing becoming enough. You are enough. You have to realize you already are enough. Self-love, self-care, they're the best things. They're not just bubble baths. It's about honoring you, your progress, your process, your authenticity. Love you. Become you. Become the version that you always needed for yourself. This season has been all about growing through real life adult moments. And y'all know adulting is ghetto. Y'all know that adulting is truly just a scam, okay? But we've seen it from boundaries to burnout to dreams to disappointments. And if you take nothing else from this whole season, let it be this. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to choose you. Right now, I'm giving you permission. You're allowed to do it. If you felt like you needed permission, you're allowed to do it. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You didn't need my permission. You didn't need anyone's permission to do these things, to change, to evolve, to grow, to heal, to set boundaries, to rest, to think and believe and feel that you're enough, to choose you. You did not need anybody's validation, permission to do those things. You are always free to do them, and you are still free to do them, and it is not too late to do them. Start today. Start now. Do it anyway. No matter who's watching, no matter who's not watching, no matter who cares, doesn't care, no matter who's offended, no matter how palatable you are to someone else, no matter who's uncomfortable, do it anyway. Show up for you. Become the you that you've always needed. Realize that becoming the you that you've always needed is an act of radical love, and you've been doing it. Every time you choose to rest, every time you choose peace and truth and boundaries and growth, you've been doing it. I want you to love yourself radically. You may not be there yet. Some of us may not be there yet. We're still struggling, and that's okay. But you're on the way. Remember, as long as you put one foot in front of the other, small steps still create movement. Baby steps are still movement forward. So just remember you're on the way, and that deserves to be celebrated. This is my last call to action to you guys for this season. And I want you to write a letter to your younger self or to your future self and reflect on what you survived, what you're building, and who you're becoming. Then take one bold step towards that version of you this week. Take one step. I told you, things can be broken down to easy, actionable steps. Make a list. What does this entail to become this version of yourself? What are the small things you can start with? Because again, baby steps move forward. What are the small things you can start with to continue on that path to becoming that version of yourself that you need? If you want to share it with me, I'd love to hear it. You can hit me up on Instagram at Millennials in Charge or at Lex the Millennial. DM me, comment, whatever you need. Although the season is ending, I'm still here. I'm still here. If you come across a video later on and you're like, oh, wait a second, you know, slide in my DMs. I will respond. I want to thank you guys for rocking with me this season of Millennials in Charge. Whether you laughed, you cried, or you just felt seen, I hope that you know that you're not alone in this adulting thing. I'm right here with you, living it, experience it, and we're just unpacking this adulting journey, one honest conversation at a time. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, leave a review. Share this season with someone you know who's growing too. Until next season, take care of you always. I'll see y'all next time.